Hey everybody, Rebecca here for the mid-month budget check-in. I'm trying a fancy new angle today. Well, I guess it's not really fancy. I'm just sitting on the floor. Not really sure if I'll do this again though. I am way too old to be sitting on the floor. But anyway, we're going to check and see how the first month of 2023 is going so far. Have I been sticking to my low spend rules, etc., etc. Let's just jump into the budget and see where everything is at so far. All right, here it is, my Google Sheets budget that I use every month. If you guys like this style of budget, you can download it for free. Check the first link down in the description box below. Starting at the top with the net income so far for the month of January. We're only halfway through, so I am waiting on another paycheck to come in. But starting at the top here with the carryover from December 2022, $10.51 as expected. The exciting thing for this month was the first installment of my retention bonus that I'm getting through my employer. This is going to be for me $13,000 that is paid out over the next couple of years. First payout being January 2023. I get my second payout, which is the largest one, in January 2024, and then the January 2025 payout should be exactly the same as this one. So I thought that with bonuses being taxed higher, that I would bring in a little bit less than what I did, but I do try to be conservative when I budget. So I thought that I would bring in about $2,100 from this bonus, but it ended up being $2,419.83. So yay for that. Next after that, I do have the individual paychecks blacked out for privacy. I do show totals at the bottom here though. I am expecting a YouTube payout. That's what AdSense is, but it does not come in until the 21st, and I'm filming this right in the middle of the month, January 15th. And lastly here, I have listed my Fidelity card. This is the cashback rewards I get from using my Fidelity credit card, and this $62.95 goes directly back into the Fidelity account. So for totals here, I expected to bring in about $7,600 for the month, but I still have one paycheck to go, so we'll see what the totals for the end of the month end up being. So looking at the bills and spending section here. So I am filming this on January 15th, like I said, and y'all can see here that most of my expenses are already out of my account. So this is why I'm thinking that it should be reasonable for me to attain at least a 50% savings rate once I get through paying my mom back the money that I owe her, because most of my bills come out in the first half of the month, and I, with some discipline, am able to pay all of these bills out of one paycheck usually. So if I can have a little bit of discipline, then I really should be able to complete a 50% savings rate every month, especially after I get my car paid off. It should really be easy peasy by then. So yeah, starting at the top with the mortgage payment, $735 every month. My utilities, I was really pleasantly surprised by this, you guys. I know I came over here. I budgeted $175, and the utilities, which includes my trash pickup, power, water, sewer, came in at $181.52. But the reason that I am really pleasantly surprised by this is that if you live on the eastern half of the United States, we had a couple of very bitterly cold nights for a couple days in December. So I was kind of bracing myself to get this utility bill this month, and I was really pleasantly surprised that I came in like $6.52 over what I budgeted. That's a win. I really thought that this was going to be probably $200 or more, but yeah, the thing that I think helped save me was the fact that when I did all these home renovations when I bought this place, y'all know that one of the big things I did, in fact one of the most expensive projects I had, was replacing the siding on the outside of the house. And I did not opt for the cheapest siding that I could get. I bought siding that has insulation on the back of it, and I really do think that that came in handy when it got super cold in December. So yeah, I was really happy that I did not go over by much at all for my utility bill this month. Internet came in at $55.21, right on target. gas for my car. It's halfway through the month and I'm sort of on target there too. I budget $125 and I'm at $73.81. Food and household here, I'm actually pretty proud of myself because I have already done my grocery shopping for this weekend, which essentially means, since I'm leaving for Sweden pretty soon, that my grocery shopping for the month for my house is done. So I budgeted $600 like usual for the food and household budget, and right now I'm at $450.36. So yes, I could maybe need to pick up a few things here or there before I end up leaving for Sweden, but I don't think I've forgotten anything from the store. So this is probably what my total food and household budget is going to end up being for the month of January, which is pretty nice. So I am almost $150 under budget here, which is great. If I could keep up this level of discipline for the rest of the months this year, that would be amazing. And this actually did include eating out one time. I went and got sushi one day, but that was the only time that I ate out for the entire month of January so far, and I'm still under budget, so that's nice. Mom, as we know, I am working on paying her back the $15,000 that she let me borrow at the end of last year, and when January began, I still owed her $9,400, but so far this month, I have sent her $3,000 already. The month is not over yet. I'm still waiting on that final paycheck to come in, so when that comes in and I do the final budget review for January, we will see where everything lands, including how much I'm able to send her way. I hoped to send her at least $4,000, so we'll see how it all works out by the end of the month here. Sweden, this is actually one row that I am going to delete. This is because I talked about it in my February budget plan video, but in case you missed it, yes, I'm going to Sweden this month and I'm staying a few weeks, but I'm not coming back from Sweden until February, so that means all the spending that I do in Sweden is going to be paid in February. So really, I should have put that $1,000 on the February budget and left it out of the January budget altogether, but that didn't hit me until I actually went to make the February budget. So yeah, I'm deleting it out of the budget for this month, but I do want to carry over $1,000 from the January budget in order to cover all the spending that I do while I'm over there. The next thing in the list here is planner, and y'all, I actually have a video coming out about this planner that I bought. I went with the Legend planner, but this thing has been saving my life so far in 2023, and I go through all of the reasons for that in the video, so stay tuned for that one. That video is coming out at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 19th. I already have it scheduled, so that's great. That's one of the things that it is helping me do, is keep track of the videos that I want to get out for the channel, and that way I can more easily see when I need to get the filming done, etc., etc. But it's helping me with a lot more than just the YouTube channel, and I absolutely love that thing. I spent $41.77. $10 of this was to pay for expedited shipping because, as y'all may recall, I did order a planner back in the beginning of December, but I never got any shipping notices, and it was getting close to the end of the month, and I finally just canceled that order. They refunded me. I went with this planner. I'm glad I changed it because this planner was cheaper, even with the extra shipping cost, and I am just pleased as punch with it, really. So yeah, but I go on about the planner in that video I made anyhow. I did not count this against personal spending for my 2023 low spend year, just because this is a necessity for me. I kind of have to have a planner just to keep everything straight for multiple reasons, and really I ended up saving money going with this one. So yeah, this one is a win. I'm not counting this against my low spend. Next thing that came in was a doctor bill here. I got an explanation of benefits in the mail that said it was going to be $215.50, but when I actually got the notification that I had a bill to pay, I looked at it and it was only $183.18, so I went ahead and paid it. I don't know if I'm going to get another bill later that will make up the difference. We'll see. If I do, I do. It's fine. This low spending, oh Lord. I'm not going to count this against my low spend either, because this is just something that I consider that was broken at my house that needed to be fixed. So, with the new deck that I had built on the side of the house, the staircase going down into the backyard, Rollo, when he goes outside, likes to jump down from the last step directly into the grass of the backyard, which is fine when it's nice and dry outside, but when we have a lot of rain, as big as he is, when he jumps down on that last step, it was creating a huge mud hole right there that he was running through when he came back into the house and tracking in all of the mud. So I had a stone paver, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just set this stone paver down right at the very end of the last step so that when he steps down into the yard, he'll step on the stone paver first and then he won't create such a big mud hole. Well, it was a great idea until Rollo decided that he doesn't want to step on the stone paver, so he started going to the side of it and created another mud hole to the side of it. So anyway, I ended up going to Lowe's to buy a couple more stone pavers, and also I bought some Gorilla Glue, cement glue, because I did have a couple of the fake stone things around the foundation of my house when it got super cold last month. I had a couple of those bricks actually fall off, so I needed to get a little bit of Gorilla Glue cement stuff just to tack them back up onto the house. So yeah, I spent $44.55 at Lowe's for those things, but I do think that mud situation is fixed now. We'll see how it goes. We haven't had like a really wet day since I fixed it, so yeah. But I think between that microfiber rug that I bought that he can walk on when he comes into the house, and the stone pavers, I think that the situation is pretty much fixed, because let me tell you, it takes a good couple hours to clean the floors here, even though this is a small house, when he's really tracking in a lot of mud, because we have that red dirt type mud around here and my floors are gray. So it was taking a lot of time every week to clean these floors. And yes, I did get a bucket that I could wash his feet in before he came into the house, but then he was tracking in wet dog prints everywhere, so it wasn't really helping much. Anyway, not trying to justify the expense, just saying the reality of the situation that we had here. And this is why I do not consider counting that against my low spend for 2023. This was something that was broken that needed fixed at the house, and if something breaks, I'm gonna fix it. So yeah. Next after that, the personal spending for the month. So with my goal to spend $2,000 or less this year on personal spending, that gives me a budget of about $170 every month that I can spend without going over that. And sorry, I had to readjust here. Again, not comfortable sitting on the floor. But anyway, for January personal spending, I have spent almost $140. So I am under budget here. And to be honest, most of this stuff is just a few last minute things that I needed for the Sweden trip. A little bit more clothes. And I also bought some more bras and underwear. It was just that time. So, really those are kind of needs and not wants, but still, I threw them in the personal spending. It's fine. Lastly here was salon. This was the electrolysis visits that I've been going to, and I really think that I am done now. I did not budget for this in February at all. I had 2 more visits here in January, spent the $160, but I think I'm actually finished with those now. We'll see. If anything, maybe I'll need like 1 more visit at the end of February or March. We'll just see how that goes. Okay, had to readjust one more time. Sorry, y'all. I am way too old for this. My leg completely went to sleep and now it's all tingly. Anyway, totals so far for the month for my bills and spending section. I have budgeted a total of $6,277.48. Most of this being money that I am trying to pay back to Mom. I would like to send her as much as I can. So far for the month, I have spent just over $5,000 at $5,064.55. Looking at the debt section here, y'all can see I only have my car debt left, and that payment is $555 every month. And I made my usual payment there. The payment has gone through. I still owe just a hair over $25,000, but that's okay with me. I'm not really focused on paying this aggressively right now because this debt is set at a 1.98% fixed interest rate. So while the market is down, I'm just not focused on paying this aggressively. The last section here is the investing and fire tracking portion of the budget. This is a FireFam members only section of the budget, but I do still publicly show my savings rate and my overall progress towards my fire number out here to the side. Now, since we're only halfway through the month and I do still have one more paycheck coming in, you can't really look at this savings rate right now. It'll adjust by the end of the month. I need to get my other paycheck in so that way I know how much goes into my work retirement savings, and I need to see what the final amount that I'm going to be spending for the month is. So this 21% here will change by the time we get to the budget review. And my am I fi yet, this will change also. I tend to update my overall portfolio towards the end of the month just to have one final look to see where things are. And I do also have a mid-month portfolio review for the channel members only, so I have that coming out soon too if you are a channel member. So I will update the portfolio again before I get that video out. Grand totals here at the bottom, my total monthly spending and final balance here. Y'all can see as of right now it looks like I'm in the red, but again, I have another paycheck coming in, but honestly, I am not in the red by very much here. This is why I say that it should be pretty possible for me to have a 50% savings rate every month, especially once I get my car paid off. That's a big chunk right there. That's a big payment there that would be gone that I could throw to investing. So yeah, once I have my car paid off, my mom paid back, I really think that I should be able to easily maintain at least a 50% savings rate. We'll see. All right, y'all, that should cover it for the mid-month budget update. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you're with me on the low spend challenge, let me know how it's going for you. I do have to admit that I have been a little bit tempted this month. Last night, I was looking at Amazon and I actually ended up canceling an Amazon order. So I hope that y'all are proud of me. It was things that I'll probably get them in the future. But when it came right down to it, it was a $40 order. So I knew with my $170 spending limit for the month that if I made that order, it was gonna push me over. And the things that I was looking at were not things that I had to have right now. So I told myself that, okay, it can wait until next month. And if I really do still want them next month, then I can go ahead and place the $40 order then. And that will count as my personal spending money for February, right? So I canceled the order. I'm proud of myself for that. And so far so good, but you know, we're only technically a couple of weeks into 2023. So I've got quite a ways to go to make it through the entire year doing this low spend. I really do think that it's going to be a challenge for me because here I am 2 weeks in and I already almost went over on the very first month. So I really do have to work on this Amazon bad habit that I have, right? It's crazy how much money I spend on Amazon, even though I'm not even a Prime member. It's just ridiculous, which is why I needed to do this low spend challenge anyway. So anyhow, that is how the month is going so far. I'm really not mad at it. Everything is pretty well on target or below so far. So if I can keep my spending reasonable in Sweden, that will help as far as sending some more money to my mom. But honestly, I am not too worried about that. This is just one of those exceptions that's going to happen. If I am taking the time off of work and going that far to have a vacation and see my future husband here and really spend some quality time together, then yeah, I'll be spending some money over there and that's okay. Not mad about it at all. If I'm gonna have any exception on the low spend for 2023, that would be it. So stay tuned for February's end of month budget to see how the spending in Sweden went. In fact, I'm probably going to end up making a couple of videos while I'm over there to post because I will be over there for 3.5 weeks. So that's a good amount of time off work and I am really going to enjoy it. It's very much needed. So yeah, January's going well so far. Can't complain. Hope that I can end the month on a high note as well. We'll see how it all works out. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.